Alright guys, Melania is down. We're gonna go find the dancing lion. I'm gonna make this video just a little more relaxed than the other one. Sort of like a little nice old chill playthrough, you know? Alright, to catch anybody up that hasn't been watching, we're on part 9 of Starting Club only. Have my club up to plus 25. The last video we just took out Melania, which was probably the most challenging thing yet, but you know, we got there. You check that video out next. I'm actually really proud of that one. Yeah, that took a toll on me. But yeah, as far as the weapon goes, like, I knew it was going to be a good weapon. I didn't know it was going to be this good. I didn't know it was going to carry me all the way through with, you know, minimal issues. So, it's actually a pretty fun run. And actually, the playthrough itself has not been difficult. The difficult part has been making the videos and editing them and getting them out and then making them worthwhile to watch. That's actually been a lot tougher than the playthrough itself, because I have so many hours in this game, so I figured this was a no-brainer to just, you know, post. But it still has been challenging. It's been more challenging than I thought, because you never really know, you know, what people want to see, and you never really know how the video is until it's out there. And geez, I feel like I put just hours and hours and hours of effort into the last 2 videos that I did, and I feel like they took me all week. And you know, I can only really blame myself for them not really getting a lot of attention. And I mean, if you're in the same boat and you're making videos and they're not really reaching people, you kind of have to just come to terms with it. And if you want to keep going, like, I gotta say, the only thing that's going to get you through this is if you really enjoy doing it. And if you hate doing it and you're getting bad results, then there just might not be a point. And you kind of just have to treat it, you know, like a fun thing that you do, to be honest, because for most people, and I mean like me anyway, I have a full-time job, and then, you know, I come home on some days. Sometimes I don't work on videos, sometimes I do, sometimes I get nowhere. And you have to treat it like a full-time job sometimes, but you'll burn yourself out pretty quickly, you know? And if you can't find a way to make it like a relaxing thing that you do and not really worry about the results that much, then you're really just not going to have a very good time. Oh, I forgot. He has the spear dash one. I'm not looking for those. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you can't get too bummed out of it. I went on a whole rant on this kind of in the last video when I got to the Elden Beast, so I'm not going to go too much more into it, or I'll try not to anyway. But I feel like it's important that, you know, I get it out there, and I had to really sit and think about why I wanted to start doing YouTube. It's a little bit of a backstory. I've been working at the same job for, geez, I think I'm coming up on 14 years. And that sounds great, but that also sounds just so horrible. And it feels horrible. And I've had other job offers, and I recently got, you know, another job offer. And don't get me wrong, like, I am very grateful and very proud of myself that I'm needed that much of a job, and it's helped me, you know, build my life. I have my own house, my own vehicle, you know, my own bills, and, you know, it is very rewarding. But at the same time, you know, like, I'll just go back a little bit. I turned this other job down, and, you know, my job actually basically, you know, asked me to stay. And I thought about it, and I was like, well, what's the difference from this job and another job? I'm making other people, they're benefiting from my hard work either way, you know? And if I really want to change my life, if I really want to do something else, why not just try to do something for myself, you know? Not saying that I'm going to become my own boss off of YouTube overnight. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to try another idea. I got to keep trying, because you get older and you start to think about, you know, really wanting to put your own life into your own hands and not relying on a company or anybody else. So yeah, I'm still working at the same place, which is fine. I have job security, getting my bills paid. Some people don't have jobs, so I gotta be grateful in that regard. Yeah, if nobody knew about this little door trick, you just open it up and just back up real quick. Get time to do your little buff routine. It's probably pretty widely known at this point, but it's a pretty useful tip. Alright. This guy, he really threw me through a loop on my first playthrough. I wasn't sure if I was, like, at a high enough level. I think, because, like, I basically went right to him, like, once I found the tower settlement. I think I was, like, blessing level 2 or 3 or something like that, and I just didn't feel like I was at a high enough level. I felt like the damage I was taking was just ridiculous. You know, maybe it was meant, I have a feeling it was meant, you know, you're supposed to come back to him later, which, I mean, you know, it's open world, so, I mean, that could have been what they were going for, probably what they were going for, but I don't know. I mean, some people might have just breezed through them. I still struggle with this guy's moveset a little bit. I used to really not enjoy this fight at all. It's kind of grown on me though, like over time, and I actually look forward to it. But I can understand if you're, you know, you just coming into the DLC, and he can be like, what the hell? Like, you know, his erratic movement, the camera angle sometimes, I'm not even gonna get into that. Everybody knows it's kind of an issue. Like, fortunately, this fight, not a lot of that, not a lot of those camera shenanigans happened, which I'm grateful. No, I just think overall, it's a pretty good fight, once you learn how to deal with them. Now, at level 1, that would be a different story, and that would be a different story for every one of these endgame bosses. So, maybe one day. I think I'm going to do Bloodborne level 1 before I even attempt that in this game, and that I might pivot to that for the next video series. I'm really thinking about that. Just because that's my most played game, and I haven't played it in a while, and I'd really like to return to it. It's the only game I've ever platinumed. So yeah, keep following, because I'd really like to put that one out there. But in the meantime, we're going to get through the dancing line. And I think it's about over here. Oh yeah. Sunflower, sunflower, where are you at? There you are. Alright, let's head down. Not that far down. Too far down. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. You know how everybody has that boss, no matter how many times they play the game, it kind of gets them? Well, this is that boss for me, and I don't really know why. Because, like, on paper, he's not even that hard. Why do I... Yeah, I still have that one. This is when I was fighting Melania, and I never changed it. Alright, well, let's just put the charge attack physic back on. There we go. That's a pretty good shot. You know, I know you're supposed to be going for the head, but these body shots are working out pretty nice. Probably shouldn't just stand there, though. Let's get out of there. And now he's doing this. You just run. Why aren't you running? Come on, don't fumble it at the beginning of the fight. Didn't miss that one. Alright, give me that head. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda having fun with this fight. I don't know what I was worried about. Spin, spin. Alright, we got for spikes again. Wow, he's really digging that move right now. I think I'm just trying to force my way through this at this point. I need to slow down and stop rushing things. Oh, and I think that goes for the video as well. I feel like being on borrowed time because it's Sunday, that I'm trying to get this done and edited as fast as possible. Because I'm not gonna have a whole lot of free time coming soon here, and it's pretty funny because I took a break. I stopped yesterday and I came back to it this morning, looking through some of the footage from yesterday, and I hope nobody picked it up as much as I did, or when they watch it. The amount of times I use the word "you know," it's it's kind of funny actually. I feel like it could become a meme, like my own personal meme. Everything that I say with the word "you know" attached to it. And I don't script anything that I'm saying. Like, I'll sit and think about what I'm saying for a little bit, but I don't actually write anything down. So could be why words end up repeating a lot, and I'm just usually just going off the cuff, off the top of my mind. And my voice sounds a little weird. I'm fucking clearing my throat a lot, coughing a little bit, because I've recently stopped smoking. And if you know anything about smoking, even after you stop, it takes a while to get it all out of your system. Another one bites the dust, you know? Alright. Let's go to the Shadow Keep. I think I've put Gaius off long enough. Let's just go get him out of the way. Roberto! Get it? Sekiro reference? Okay. I'll admit, that wasn't that funny. I'll stop. Oh, new drip though. Yeah, I think it's time for an outfit change. Yeah, I like it. That'll do. You know, the way you reach some areas in this DLC border on either very clever or very annoying, or sometimes both. But it's really cool when you do find. I had to look some areas up on my first playthrough. Hey there, bud. One-way elevator, room for one person. Thank you. Adds a little bit of that interconnectivity. Not really like Dark Souls 1, but you could almost look at it as like a little throwback. I don't know. We'll be back to that statue later. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. Just rambling. Just go with it. You're here for the boss fights anyway, aren't you? At least he's nice enough to give you the time to buff up your character. I really appreciate that. Oh, what if I say this right here? A few moments later. Nah, guys didn't like it. I agree. Yeah, overused. I won't do it again. Remember earlier in the video when I was talking about how you have to find your own reason to keep making videos when you're not necessarily seeing the results you want to see? Like, one of my reasons is, you know, I really do like the editing process and putting in, you know, parts of the video I think that might work pretty well. And you know, there we go again, you know. And I think anybody, editing isn't as daunting as it seems. Like, you don't even have to be that good at it. Like, you want to get better, obviously. And I'm not that great at it. But you can always improve. And it's one of my favorite parts when I lock in. Oh, that's nice. That's okay. Well, that's what I get for rambling. I think we got Gaius in the bag here. We're going to be wrapping this video up after this fight here. We're going to continue with the DLC in the next video. I'm going to try to get that out a little faster. There's been a little bit of a lag in the video time, so I apologize. But we don't have that many more bosses left. I figure a few more parts in this series, and we should be over with it. Probably going to hit Romina. Don't think I'm going to go for PCR right away. I'm going to clean up the DLC a little bit. I still have 2 base game bosses to go through. So, I really hope you guys join me in the next one. We're going to finish this thing. I really like making these videos, even though it's been a little stressful, but I think anything that's good in life is hard, and that shouldn't discourage anyone, and it's not going to discourage me. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep trying, keep going, push forward. Have a good one.